to have a heart of thanksgiving. The Psalms 100 in the Passion Translation says, I will lift a great shout of joy to the Lord. Go ahead and do it. Everyone, everywhere. As you serve him, be glad and worship him. Sing your way into his presence with joy and realize that this really means we have privilege of worshiping the Lord our God, for he is our creator. We belong to him. We are the people of his pleasure. You can pass through his open gates with the password of praise. Come right into his presence with thanksgiving. Come, bring your thank offering to him and affectionately bless his beautiful name. For the Lord is always good and ready to receive you. He is loving that it will always amaze you, so kind that it will astound you. And he is famous for his faithfulness towards all. For everyone knows our God can be trusted, for he keeps his promises to every generation. I want to again encourage you as we begin this Thanksgiving week to just take time and reflect on the goodness of God and the things that he has done in your life. I have friends that are facing life and death situations, others who are in the hospital with COVID-19. Many are not able to travel because of the limitations of getting together with family members. If we look in our nation now, there's the division between people of color. We still have the elections and all of the stuff that's going on in the background then. And then there's the political jockeying that's going on. I've traveled to a number of different countries doing missions. I've been in third world countries. I've seen poverty. I remember going into the dumps of Juarez and seeing a lady who took pallets and nailed them together and put plastic sheets around it and had one light bulb that was, the power was stolen off of a line. And that's all she had in her house for 4 kids. She lived alone and she lived in poverty. I've seen people having to get water out of streams. I've seen people on the side of the street without anything to eat. But one thing, every time I come back to America from doing a mission trips or even when I was traveling, is that I always thank God for America. In the midst of all of our problems and all of the things that are going on, I can tell you that America is still the greatest nation on earth. Carol and I watched a movie last night about people being rescued from refugee camps, and it was such a shocking portrayal of what people have gone through, that have lost family and friends and were living in abject poverty, starving, no medicine, and the crime that was rampant. Then I've studied a lot about the persecuted church around the world and how just believing in the name of Jesus Christ can cost you your job, at your house, your family. It can cost you, you may go to prison, or you may even be killed. All too often as humans, we focus on the problems instead of the goodness of everything that's going on in our life. We idolize something from the past instead of celebrating what God's doing today. So my challenge to you today, family and friends, is to take time and thank God for what you do have instead of complaining about what you do not have. To be thankful for the breath that you breathe in your body today. I know there are those that are struggling to breathe right now. The food that you had this morning and the many other ways that God has blessed you. See, Thanksgiving or thanks living is not about the color of your skin or the political schisms or the future of America or the world. It is simply this, again, verse 5 in Psalm 100 in the Passion Translation. For the Lord is always good and ready to receive you. He's so loving that he will amaze you, so kind that it will astound you, and he is famous for his faithfulness towards all. For everyone knows our God can be trusted, for he keeps his promises to every generation. I just want you to know that I'm praying for you, And I pray that this week will be a week of revelation of God's love for you. I pray that if there's physical healing, that you'll be healed, emotional healing, you will be healed. But I'm praying that you will just take time and thank God for all the things that you do have instead of the things you do not have. I love you, and I pray that this week it will be a great week for you. I know, as in the case of our family, we will not be gathering with others for Thanksgiving meal, but we will still celebrate Thanksgiving together. So I just want you to know I love you, and I'm praying for you, and I bless you, and have a great day. Be sure to engage with the Lord this week and thank Him for the things that you do have. I bless you in the mighty name of Jesus.